Shopping for an iPad can be daunting. Apple sells 6 iPad models in various sizes and prices, from the base model to the Pro. All have their strengths and weaknesses, but no matter which you choose, the devices are all outstanding. Thanks for tuning in to Ellen's Tips for iOS. If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss when a new video is posted. Let's get started. In this video, I'll try to give you an overview so you can pick the right iPad for you. Let's start with Apple's entry-level iPad 10, just called iPad. This provides the biggest bang for your buck. It sports a 10.9-inch display and 64 gigabits of storage. You can upgrade to more storage if necessary. The design has been refreshed and resembles a higher-end iPad Air, but the starting price has increased to $449. It previously was $329. The A14 processor is more than capable of handling iPadOS 16 and future updates for some time. The new iPad supports the USB-C cable. The older models supported the Lightning cable. So all of the iPads are now updated to USB-C. In addition, it can handle almost anything a senior could need. Consider the iPad mini, which is 8.3 inches and weighs slightly over a half a pound. iPadOS 16 makes it a powerful device and beats watching video on your iPhone. It also supports the Apple Pencil 2nd generation. Where it's fantastic is as an ebook reader. There's no better iPad for kicking back and enjoying a good book. You can add a click-on keyboard to turn it into a mini laptop. The mini uses a USB-C connection. The only downside I can see is the 8.3-inch screen. You'll need some decent eyesight, and at $500, it's a bit on the pricey side. If you're looking for a good reader, you can always pick up a Kindle for far less. The iPad Air offers some Pro-like features, but is more affordable than the iPad Pro. It has a 10.9-inch screen and has a speedy M1 processor, which I'm sure will be updated to the M2 soon, making it ready to take on anything from watching video to playing games and even writing that novel you've been putting off. It supports Stage Manager and external displays. In addition, the USB-C port lets you plug in Mac accessories like external hard drives. If you've been using the base model iPad and are ready for a better model, but not needing the Pro, the iPad Air may just suit your needs. The drawbacks are it costs a bit more, almost twice as much as the 10.9-inch iPad, so be sure you need the additional capabilities. If you plan to use the iPad as your primary computer, this is an excellent reason to choose the iPad Pro. It features Apple's most prominent and best-looking display. It uses Apple's powerful M2 processor. That's right, the same processor inside the latest Mac. It has performance power on par with Apple notebooks. Maybe not the MacBook Pro, but it's still pretty impressive. iPadOS 16 is more straightforward than macOS, which makes it easier to use and more beneficial for seniors. The M2 iPad Pro's USB-C port can connect to almost any accessory a Mac can. Plus, there's Thunderbolt support for high-speed file transfers. This model comes in 2 sizes. People buy the iPad Pro models because it offers the very best performance. In addition, the 11-inch iPad Pro provides a more portable design than its larger sibling. So, if you expect to take your iPad with you, this might be the best version to choose. However, the 12.9-inch Pro is my favorite option. The screen is large enough to be used all day, and the processor is fantastic at handling anything you ask. The entire display makes it easier to read, enjoy videos, and do almost anything you can do on a computer. Attach a keyboard and you may not even notice the difference. You'll have a powerful convertible computer. The drawbacks are the expense and the size, so a MacBook may be your better option. So now we're on Apple's website where you can compare the iPad side by side. And as you can see, you have a lot of color options except for the iPad 9th generation, which is silver and space gray, and the iPad Pro is offered in silver or gray. We talked already a little bit about the chips that are available. All of them will do you fine, but you're going to find your best chip in the iPad Pro. Camera-wise, the Pro is going to have the best camera, but as you can see, 12 megapixel ultra wide, there's so much more you can do now with the iPad cameras. So you can't go wrong with any of them. The only one, again, would be the 9th generation, which has an 8 megapixel wide camera and 1080p video, where all your other options are 4K video. You'll get into the iPad via either Face ID in the Pro, and the rest has Touch ID options. Your connections are USB-C. The Pro has support for Thunderbolt, and then the Lightning connector is still available on the 9th generation. You can even upgrade your iPad to cellular if you want. It supports the Apple Pencil. The first generation is supported on the iPad 10 and the iPad 9. The others support the second generation. And if you want to add a keyboard, there's several options of keyboards that you can add. iPads really are great devices. They can bridge the gap between a computer and your smartphone. Many individuals purchasing an iPad quickly realize they no longer need that Mac or PC. If you're not using a computer for work, there's no better experience than an iPad. The iPad you should purchase will be the one you can afford. Don't get caught up in the Pro versus iPad. Regardless of your choice, you will have a fantastic device with what I think is the best tablet on the market. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.